as usual. So what's up? Everything good? Look, if the weather getting a little better, man. So I'd like to send condolences to everybody who lost somebody. A good friend of my friends lost their mother. Another one of my friends lost their dad last week, man. So send my condolences and to the prayers to the family. If y'all watching, hanging that jam. I'm trying to do my best to be there for you. I had a couple things to do today. I wanted to get there, slipped my mind. But I'm there with you in my prayer. So welcome to the podcast 1700 block. I'm your host Lamont. Last dude you seen last time. Gonna be the next guy you probably see the next time. We on the block today. Be back on the block. So with that being said, March is for Women's Month. Is bought. It starts Sunday, March 1st, to April 31st. And then next month is something else. So this is Women's History Month. And so every March they celebrate Women's History Month. So that's why I'm on a lot of stuff about women. All right. And so go back a little bit. So Women's History Month is celebrated in March in honor vital office overlooked contributions of women in American history, culture, and society. Originated from 1978 local celebration in California, it grew into a national observance to promote gender equality, celebrate achievements, and recognize the ongoing struggle for rights. And I talked about it last night. Women, I don't know why they treat women the way they do. They dug women. And some men do the same ridiculous stuff. They dug women, talk to them, treat them all bad and shit, man. I don't know why, right? But it's unfair. It's unfair and it's not good for something over there. It's just unfair. So that's why we celebrate this month. It's just for women. And we celebrate their achievement, their ongoing achievements. And I talked about it on the podcast last night, how women, man, play a vital part in the world. And without them, the world would not be a good place. It just wouldn't be. Just there would be nothing to look at and nothing to do. Would be more men. Oh Lord, I hate to even say it, and I ain't gonna say it, but it would be a bad thing. Okay, let's switch. Hey, you dog. All right, so we're going with the history. We're going with the history. Women. I know this, man. Some of the great things they do as parents, as mothers, as friends, as companions. Just good to have them around, man. One of the icons passed away. Let's go back for 1 second. So, I gave you the history of why we celebrate, and we recognize contributions, address historical gaps, promoting equality, and then we celebrate their achievements, right? So 2026 theme leading the charge, women shaping and a sustainable future. Highlight women who rebuild systems for long-term environmental, economic, and social stability. So that's their theme this year. And every year it's a new thing. It talks about women's history, what to know about it, the significance for Women's History Month. So it's a lot of stuff in this going. It's in March. It's the National Women's Month. A couple good quotes how to celebrate Women's Month. What are the 5 and most important women rights? And it talks about the 5, right? So that's what's going on in this month. Okay. Um, let's go with, because this is a short segment. Let's go with the Apollo. All right. So a couple black women who came through the Apollo. The Apollo most commonly refers to ancient Greek and Rome god of music, uh, prophecy, healing, and the sun. Known as the son of Zachariah and leader of Moose. Also refers to NASA, Historic Apollo Moon Program, the Ally-powered B2B sales intelligence platform Apollo, and the Apollo Nero. It's a wearable device for stress management. Um, um, One of the most important Olympic goals. He is the God of light, the son of music, poetry, healing, prophecy, and a couple other things. That's one definition of Apollo. Now, we going to the Apollo Theater. See, I set you up. You didn't know where I was going with that. So the Apollo Theater in Harlem has been premiered the launch pad for black female artists, mostly notable stars with Ella Fitzgerald winning the amateur night in Apollo 1934. Other legends performer who gained fame, they brooded on honored their craft, included Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan, Patti LaBelle, Arthur James, and Lauryn Hill. Women, right? Black women. They're pretty too. Ella Fitzgerald at 17, her 1934 amateur night victory at the Apollo propelled her from poetry to stardom. Patti LaBelle began her career and honored her craft on the Apollo stage. Sarah Vaughan, early amateur night winner whose career was launched there. Billie Holiday performed early in her career at the Apollo. Etta James appeared in 1957 and 1968, helping to launch her into midstream R&B pop. Lauryn Hill performed at amateur night Apollo during the early stages of her career. According to the iBiz, Mary J. Blige performed at the Apollo in 1992 and later was inducted into the Walk of Fame. My baby, Kiki Shepard, as a longtime co-host of Showtime at the Apollo 1987-2002. She became a staple in the black entertainment, welcoming many performers to the stage. Kiki was terrible, man. Apollo has long served as a temple to black music where iconic female artists were often discovered and established. Say, boom, bam, Kiki Shepard. If anybody know anything about the Apollo, they know about Kiki Shepard. Kiki Shepard was everything to the Apollo, man. She was Miss Apollo. Um, Her name was Shaquita Renee Shepard, known as professionally as Kiki Shepard, was an American television host, actress, and a dancer, best known as her co-host of Showtime at the Apollo from 1987 to 2002. She was pretty, slim. Um, let's go here for a minute. Kiki Shepard's death defines is a spectrum generally deferred as a hearing loss that makes communication difficult with little to no functions hearing it. Kiki Shepard's death. There you go. She was 74.
Shepard died in Los Angeles on March 16,
down in Los Angeles, 2026. So let's go back. Let's go back. All right, here we go. Take this off. Take this off. All right, now we right where we need to be. All right, so we back on Kiki Shepard. I had to do a little, had to take a couple things out. Her name was Shaquita Renee Shepard. July 15, 1951, March 16, 2026, known professionally as Kiki Shepard, was an American television host, actress, and dancer, best known as the co-host of Showtime at the Apollo from 1987 to 2002. That was my baby, man. She was pretty, though. She had a heart attack. LaSheryl Smith Kiki Rest tells TMZ she suffered a massive heart attack in Los Angeles on Monday, adding to her passing was completely unexpected. Longtime host filmed Showtime at the Apollo at Harlem famous Apollo Theater, giving professional entertainment and upcoming actresses a platform to perform. Kiki was all right, man. Of course, she's a black girl. She was pretty too, slim. So she like my grandmother. She was born and raised in St. John's, New Brunswick, Canada. So it's like yeah, she was born in Canada. She was born in Canada, a Canadian side. So she was born in Canada. Never knew that. Um, According to Celebrating Network, Kiki Shepard had estimated net worth for 2 million, mostly from her long and success career in television and film. Shepard was best known for her role in Showtime at the Apollo, where she appeared from 1987 to 2002 alongside hosts like Steve Harvey and Sinbad and Monique, if y'all remember that. Um, how many of 12 men who walk on the moon are still alive? She's Canadian. Kiki is a unisex given name and nickname. And the name. So you know that was just her nickname. Her nickname was Kiki Shepherd. That wasn't her real name. Kiki, we are thrilled to say that Kiki has now been officially adopted by her foster family. She is a wonderful girl who is now living a better life. 2026. I don't know what that was about. Somebody put that in there. I don't know what that is. I don't even know where that came from. You know, somebody put that in there who just wanted to have something probably to say because it didn't make no sense with the rest of her bio. So I don't know where that came from. Yeah, my girl Kiki Shepherd. Going on away from here. Died from a heart attack. She look cute. She remind me of Mary J. Blige though. That's who she remind me of. She remind me of Mary J. Blige. The computer just went off. I don't even know why. It just cut off. What the hell? The world? There's something wrong with the power box. Hold on. Sit tight. Well, let's what the world? What's going? What's that? Beautiful. All right, y'all. Something ain't right. Somebody been in here messing with the get down. Um, somebody been messing with the get down in the room because the equipment just went out. So I don't know. So that being said, I don't know what happened. Hold on, sit tight. Something went goofy. Uh, they sabotaged the equipment around here or something. I don't know. I've been having problems out this little thing. I've been having problems out my box, man. I don't know what's going on. Something ain't right. So, all right, well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it right there. So, thanks for tuning into the podcast 1700 block. I'm your host, Lamont. Have a great day.